Hi, so a number of you have been reaching out and asking me more about this Kangen water system that I so highly believe in. But before I do share, I'm no expert, that's for sure. And a couple of things you should know right off the bat. It's expensive. This is a $4,800 water system. It's also a multi-level marketing sales program, so that might turn a few of you off right to begin with. I was a total skeptic. I did my research, I did some tests, and so I'm simply going to share with you why I bought into this. So if you want to know more, watch the videos. Hey, for starters, this really is a commitment. I've had a few of you say, oh, I bought a similar system and I didn't use it. This is a $4,800 piece of equipment. You're going to want to know that you are wanting to use it. So I've set it up like a little shrine basically in my laundry room. This is the first place I come every single morning to drink my first glasses of 9.5 alkaline water. I use the beauty water to wash my face with, and I prepare the water for my coffee. So this is how the morning starts. The morning starts by the setting of beauty water. Sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? The pH is 6.0, so there's a sanitizing aspect to it. I'm going to come in, I fill a small basin with the beauty water, wash my face, my neck, my chest, my shoulders. And then the minute I have that filled up, I quickly change to Kangen water, 9.5 alkalinity. So the very first glass of water that I have in the morning, as well as the water that I make my coffee with, has an alkaline of 9.5. So in this case, I'm running the water at a 9.5 alkalinity out of this hose. Also being caught though in an extra catch basin is what's going to be water equaling 4.5. The water in total is going to come up to an alkalinity of 14. So 9.5 is coming out of this tap, 4.5 is coming out of this tap. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to use this water then to either throw it in my pool or I'm going to water my plants with it. So we're very fortunate in Vernon that already we get delivered beautiful water. It's at a pH of 7.4. And then we do have an expensive water softening and purification dream water system at our house. So we're going to take my tap water and just use it as something to compare to. Cheers. Okay, so in this first test, we're going to compare the pH levels. So this is my house tap water. This is the 9.5 Kangen water. And if we just take the pH dropper, we take a look at what color the testing comes up with, a couple of drops in each. Right away, we see quite a dramatic difference. So the 9.5 pH turns a deep purple, and then the more neutral 7.4 water is a light blue. So as we compare just sort of then to the chart here, we've got the tap water, and we've got the highly alkaline 9.5 water. Okay, so this is one of the tests that made the most sense to me. Tap water here, Kangen water here. And it was basically showing how quickly the water could pass through the tea bag in a Kangen water system versus my tap water system. So both of these are green tea bags. I'm gonna pop them in and stir them up. And almost instantly in the Kangen water, I start to get green tea. So that's how easily this is passing through the tea bag. The water's that much thinner. Now with my tap water, it will eventually get there, although it's not even close to being there yet. Give this a minute or so, it will turn into green tea. By zapping this water through these titanium plates, it basically helps to thin out the hydrogen from the oxygen molecules. As it's thinner, it can pass through your cells that much more easier, making this water that much more valuable to your body's cells. That made sense to me. So the next test that really caught my attention made use of this little gizmo. It's called an ORP meter. So I had to run out and buy one to prove to myself. And sure enough, now ORP stands for, I have to read this, oxidation reduction potential. Now, in a nutshell, and I'll read you this, the higher the value of the positive reading of an ORP meter, the more oxidizing the substance. And initially that sounds like it'd be a good thing, but what creates rust? Oxidization. A negative reading, on the other hand, indicates that the fluid is reducing or anti-oxidizing. Hey, and Antioxidizing means amazing healing properties. So let's test this out. So again, I'm just going to fill my glasses, one from the Kangen water and the other from my tap. Get it kind of full this time. And we're going to take our meter and just begin by testing my tap water. It takes about 30 seconds, maybe even up to a minute. So I'm going to pause for a second. I'll show you the results in a bit. So after about 30 seconds to a minute, I'm coming up with a reading of about 147 in my tap water, which isn't bad, but it still means that it's on the oxidization side. Let's test the Kangen water. Now, almost immediately, it starts to drop below a negative. Hey, so quickly, as soon as we put the meter in the highly alkaline water, it immediately jumps into the negatives. Right now it's at minus 189 and still going down. So I'm going to just quickly read you a little bit about what this says. It says that the higher the pH, the more hydrogen gas, H2, is liberated. So this is a 9.5 pH. Molecular hydrogen has been confirmed as the medical gas to be effective in a multi-purpose treatment with no side effects. Cells use hydrogen to make HTP, the basic unit of energy in biology. So quickly, just a bit of a close-up of this ORP reading. From the tap water into a positive reading, and as soon as we're going into the Kangen water, how quickly this is going to reduce into a negative, and going all the way down to, say, negative 300, negative 400. So antioxidizing versus more oxidization as it reaches a positive number. So think in terms of rust, healthy benefits as it becomes antioxidizing and the hydrogen is liberated.
Acidic water.
Hey, so another very valuable use of this water machine is to create both highly acidic water. So by creating water at a 2.5 acidity, on the other side comes out highly alkalinic water at 11.5. So I make batches of both and I save them and then use them for cleaning my vegetables, cleaning my house, two very different purposes. So the highly acidic is going to kill, but my 11.5 is just amazing as far as taking grime and pesticides off my vegetables.